You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Welcome back to the Code Rad Show, everybody. Here's my comic book, Interplanet, available on Fund My Comic. Interplanet Volume 2 in pre-production, campaign coming soon, and my collection of stories of cosmic horror, tales of conspiracy and madness. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. Not too long ago, I read this book, Cultural History of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I got so many good ideas from this book for episodes, so many interesting trends, cultural phenomena going on during the making and the exhibition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I thought I would love to explore some of these things. And of course, big thing was serial killers. Serial killers were big in the 1990s, and the connection to the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre is clear. So, a few weeks ago, I did an episode about Charlie Chan at Treasure Island, a fantastic movie. The main villain in the middle there is Dr. Zodiac. It seems that the Zodiac Killer in San Francisco took some inspiration from this movie. But also, now I would like to talk about a different aspect of the Zodiac Killer phenomenon, that some local San Francisco people made a movie about the Zodiac Killer to raise public awareness. I thought that had to be part of it, but the main idea was to show the Zodiac Killer movie in a theater in hopes, in a clever ruse to lure the killer in. They gave out cards asking the audience to share their thoughts about the Zodiac Killer. There would be a drawing for a motorcycle, pretty awesome. And the idea was to use handwriting experts and psychologists to determine if one of these cards belonged to the Zodiac Killer, assuming he could not possibly resist coming to the movie. Well, if he did go to the movie, they did not get him. And here is the beginning. You would think a movie with this basis of, the Zodiac killings are going on. I expected this movie to be a lot more earnest, but no, it is very typical of a 1970s slasher movie. Not as well done as most of the ones you've seen. And that's why you haven't seen this one. It's not that great, but at the same time, it's awesome because it's filled with bad acting, bad filmmaking. Some parts are hilarious. Some parts are just jaw-droppingly weird. It's a very interesting cultural artifact, and I'm glad I watched it. And thank you for joining me, dear viewer, as we discuss it. This is the opening minute of the movie. Woman gets stabbed on the sidewalk, and if you look down in the lower right corner, you can see her blood running into the crack of the sidewalk, which then becomes the title. Pretty cool. The Zodiac Killer. Here we have two of the main characters. One of them is the Zodiac Killer. It's not really too shocking. It's not revealed immediately who the killer is, but we're going to talk about it a bit. If you want to go into this movie spoiler-free, maybe you should stop watching now, although it's not really necessary in this case. I try not to spoil movies, but I don't think it will ruin the fun. here you have a mailman, and the guy on the right sure looks like a serial killer. They're friends. The guy on the left is a poor put-upon mailman. He gets yelled at by his customers. Here we have a lineup of, looks like 6 serial killers to me. That they did a great job with the casting in this one, finding 6 guys who all look like serial killers. So as a document of San Francisco in the 1970s, this movie is amazing. It makes me, how much of this movie is just the skewed point of view of the filmmaker? I believe his name was Tom Hansen. And, so how much of it is just his take on San Francisco, and how much of it was just that miserable, dirty, everyone in this movie is awful. The women are all harridans. The men are all misogynist. Just the most unpleasant, awful group of people. It makes, growing up, I imagine San Francisco as being the greatest place ever. The city that drew Jack Kerouac and the city of the summer of love. But now at this point in my life, I think of San Francisco as a place of serial killers and poop on the sidewalk. And this movie does not present San Francisco as a tourism destination. I had no plans to go to San Francisco, in the near future, and this movie sure as heck does not change my mind, even though it is like 50 years old. So San Francisco is also pretty close to a town called Santa Cruz, a little beach town. A University of California campus is there. Santa Cruz is well known enough for its serial killer population that you can see there's that book on the right. And of course, on the left, there is a bit of memorabilia from Lost Boys. Santa Carla that movie was shot in Santa Cruz. And, the town of Santa Carla is a fictionalized version of Santa Cruz. So a lot of serial killing stuff going on in Northern California. All right. So this movie is just amazing. I had to get some clips to show, and here we go.
Hey, girl, Zodiac bring him back. I want you to meet a very good friend of mine, Jerry.
Here we have the same 2 characters saw before, the mailman and the bald guy, although eagle-eyed viewers will notice that the bald guy is no longer bald. Pretty hilarious. The scene depicts the singles scene, even though I don't think everyone is necessarily singled, but then again, it's 1970s in San Francisco. Being married would not stop you from going to a singles bar, and I just watch. I'll shut up.
This is Licky. This is Donna.
Hi.
Barbara. And Susan.
So alluring.
Now, don't be afraid. They're not going to rape you. At least not here.
There's our mailman being mauled by our
You won't be sorry. Between you and
Barfly
Groovy here, I don't
woman.
know who's the best looking.
I know. The one that spends the most money.
Groovy, baby, you're beautiful, even if you don't spend any money.
Now, there's a woman after my own heart. Come on, girls. Come on. Pull it. Hey, don't touch the hair. Now, listen, don't touch the hair.
Don't touch the hair. All right, so yeah, going to a bar and picking up on women has never seemed less appealing. But you know what? Let's watch the follow-up scene. Things do not go well. Hard to believe, I know, but our men trying to pick up on the ladies at the bar, things go disastrously wrong. So let's just keep watching that.
Divorce is the only answer.
I do love you. I don't love you.
Sweetheart, you're a player. Shut up, stupid.
I'll give you exactly 5 seconds.
Oh, and there goes the wig.
Yes, I told you 1,000 times. Don't touch my hair.
Yeah.
I never had a bald-headed bastard I could trust.
Why, listen. I'm going to get you. You'll only get yourself in trouble over a dumb frog. I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her. No one calls me
All
a
right.
bastard. I'll get you. I'll get you.
That's always good. When you're in a bar, grab a lady and talk about how you're going to get her. Just everything about that scene, just awful. It just makes going to a bar in 1970s San Francisco seem like the worst time imaginable. So unpleasant. Here's our mailman again doing a little satanic ritual. His things are Satan, bunnies. He's a big fan of bunnies. And being a Zodiac killer. Here he is in a diner where he orders a chef salad, but demands that the ham and cheese be taken off. I think because he's just such a fan of bunny rabbits, he wants to eat the same thing Bunny Rabbit does. And wouldn't you know it, in another great example of 1970 San Francisco, the waitress is played by Nancy Pelosi. Who could have thought? This was, I guess she was doing her part, trying to catch the Zodiac Killer. Portraying the waitress in this movie. Let's see what happens next. All right, so here, kind of a cool moment, kind of thing Zodiac Killer would do. I forget. This movie is highly fictionalized. As I said, I would expected this movie to be kind of earnest, a serious portrayal, but it is just bonkers. And there are parts in this movie where they just go crazy with the killers. A lot of people call this movie boring. You know, they have a point, but I was pretty entertained throughout just about the whole thing. Like I said, if someone's not getting killed, the acting is hilarious. And so here, let's watch another video. There's a lot of clips in this episode, but this movie is truly something that you need to witness. So here, our bald guy, he's divorced and mad that he does not have access to his daughter. He does not have custody. So he goes to see his daughter. And that goes even worse than picking up chicks in the bar. Let's watch this scene.
Why? Hey, come on. Hey, Daddy's not going to hurt you. But, honey, I just got...
No wig. Here he is with his daughter.
Now, you'll see. Come on, honey, don't cry.
McDerry, give yourself up. You don't stand a chance.
His ex-wife has already summoned the cops. So, get out your gun. And keep your daughter hostage.
The Zodiac, that's me. I'm the Zodiac.
And there's his ex-wife. Now she's sad. You're the one that called the cops. What do you think was going to happen? And so even though he was just shouting about how he was the Zodiac, this is not the end of the movie. And in real life, a Zodiac Killer was not shot and knocked over into a pool. So he, even as serial killer-esque as he is not the actual serial killer. Which leaves one other character who, here he is, dressed up in Zodiac Killer costume, approaching some naturists hanging by the side of a lake in Northern California, I guess, in their bathing suits. And I think you can tell how that scene is going to go. I didn't clip that scene. I mean, by all means, watch it. It is stupendous. But I will end this episode with a truly amazing murder scene, which has to be seen to be believed. Everyone mentions this scene. It's the second scene in which the Zodiac kills a woman having problems with her car. And this is the superior of the two murders. So here, let's watch this.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
Oh,
This jalopy has given me nothing but trouble ever since the day I bought it. I don't know anything about cars, and I'm so disgusted.
Look, I tell you what.
Here, put your hand on the carburetor.
Can you see where this is
Honey, hold
going?
it tight.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, some crazy editing, like we're watching Head by the Monkees. And so there you have it, the Zodiac Killer, not the David Fincher movie, which I was shocked to notice that the Zodiac Killer movie came out 20 years ago. But this is the original amateur effort, which is amazing. I highly recommend it. A little bit of searching, you can find it. Not the easiest thing to find, but this is a great document. Fans of 70s horror, people interested in serial killers, people who love bad acting, making fun of amateurish movies. This has something for everyone. So please check it out. I will be back soon. Thank you for joining us on Code Rad. See you later.